Hey everyone, and welcome to Tech Talk Central. I'm Nathan,
And I'm Sarah.
and today we are diving into the top 3 4K QLED TVs of 2024.
We're going to help you decide which one might be right for you.
Yeah, absolutely. We're talking stunning visuals, immersive audio and features designed for like hardcore gamers
Yeah.
and like the serious movie buffs out there.
You know anyone who really wants to have that awesome home theater experience?
Yeah, so the TVs that we're going to be looking at today are the Hisense U7 series,
Yeah.
85U7N,
Okay.
the Samsung Q60D series, and the Sony Bravia XR90.
Wow, those are some big names.
Big names, and all of them are the 85-inch size.
Oh, wow. So that's a big TV.
That's a big TV.
Yeah.
All right, so let's unpack this.
Let's get into it.
So first up is the Hisense U7 series.
Okay.
This TV really caught our eye with its mini LED Pro technology
Ooh, I love mini LED.
and full array local dimming.
Yes.
So
Explain that.
yeah, so basically we're talking about thousands of these tiny LEDs that are working independently to create like really precise backlighting.
That's what I love about it. It's precise. You get really good contrast with like super deep blacks and then bright highlights. It's especially noticeable in scenes that have a lot of like dynamic range, like if you're watching something with like a starry night sky.
Well, that's exactly what one of the reviews said, and they were saying it was incredible for watching like space documentaries.
Yeah.
And the stars just look so crisp against the darkness of space.
Yeah, exactly. And you combine that with a 1500 nits peak brightness, which is a lot brighter than a lot of TVs in this price range. HDR content is just going to pop off the screen. The colors are going to look super vibrant and lifelike. It really makes a big difference.
Yeah, and speaking of color, the Hisense also boasts QLED technology,
Yeah.
which uses quantum dots to enhance like the color accuracy, the vibrancy.
And that basically means that the colors are really going to pop even more. You know, we're talking about those tiny nanocrystals that emit really pure light, which means you're going to get a wider color gamut, and it's going to be much closer to what the director intended.
So this next part I think is going to get the gamers really excited. The Hisense U7 has a 144 hertz native refresh rate,
Wow, 124. That's awesome.
which is amazing for fast-paced games.
Yeah, that's really important for gamers because that means that the picture is updating really quickly, and so there's no motion blur. It's super smooth, and that means you're going to have a more responsive experience, which is really key when you're gaming.
And it also has that Game Mode Pro, which reduces input lag,
Even more.
even more so.
Yeah, so it's super responsive.
Super responsive.
Yeah.
And we can't forget variable refresh rate.
VRR. Yes, VRR. This is essential for PC gamers or next-gen consoles because it syncs the refresh rate of the TV with whatever your gaming device is putting out so you don't get any screen tearing.
So smooth.
Super smooth.
Yeah. And they even included a game bar, which puts all of your settings and information right there at your fingertips.
Oh, that's handy.
And to top it all off,
Okay.
the Hisense U7 has a 2.1 multi-channel sound system with Dolby Atmos built right in.
Nice.
So you get that immersive 3D audio experience
Without having to buy a soundbar.
without having to buy extra equipment.
It's a pretty impressive package, especially for the price.
Yeah, because it's only $1,297.99.
That's a good deal.
So you get a lot of bang for your buck.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the Samsung Q60D series.
Or it's Samsung.
This TV boasts quantum HDR, which I understand just takes HDR to a whole new level.
Yeah, so Samsung's Quantum HDR actually uses dynamic tone mapping to like analyze every single scene and optimize that HDR effect, which means you're going to see more detail in the really dark areas and the really bright areas of the picture, and that's going to improve the contrast overall and give you just a wider range of colors. It's really impressive.
So it's all about making those visuals really pop and making it a more realistic experience.
Yeah, exactly. More immersive.
More immersive.
And they also have the Q60D series also has object tracking sound light.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
So basically most TV speakers just kind of send the sound out, you know, wherever the speakers are.
From one spot.
Yeah, but object tracking sound light actually analyzes what's happening on the screen and then tries to match the audio to the movement.
So if like a car is racing across the screen, the sound will follow the car.
Yes, exactly. So it's way more engaging and you feel like you're in the middle of the action.
Oh, I like that.
It's really cool. And then to make sure that you can see all of that really clearly, they also have motion accelerator technology.
Which reduces the motion blur.
Yes, exactly. It analyzes the video signal and then it inserts extra frames so that everything looks really crisp and clear.
Even if it's a fast car chase.
Especially if it's a fast car chase.
Nice. And all of this is packaged in like a really sleek and stylish design.
Yeah, the Q60D is super thin, very minimal bezel, pixels. It's just a really nice looking TV.
And the price is pretty good, too. $1,597.99.
Not bad.
So kind of middle of the road for these TVs.
Yeah, mid-range.
All right, let's move on to our final contender, the Sony Bravia XR90.
Ooh, so
This TV, it's the top-of-the-line 4K QLED offering from Sony.
top of the line.
And it comes with a pretty hefty price tag.
Yeah, you're definitely going to pay for this one, but you're getting some seriously cutting-edge technology. This is a TV that's all about pushing the boundaries of picture quality.
So let's get into the details. What makes the Bravia XR90 stand out from the other TVs?
Well, the key here is this combination of mini LED backlighting and Sony's very powerful XR processor. So the XR90 has thousands of mini LEDs, which means that you get crazy precise control over brightness and contrast. It's actually Sony's brightest 4K TV yet.
So it's similar to the Hisense with the mini LED, but they just took it up a notch.
Yeah, exactly. The sheer number of LEDs means you have these really fine dimming zones, so the contrast is even better. And the HDR performance is just exceptional. And what really sets this apart, though, is the XR processor.
So what's so special about this processor?
So this is where it gets really interesting. The XR processor actually uses AI, so artificial intelligence, to analyze the picture as you're watching it and optimize every single aspect of the image. So we're talking about the color accuracy, the detail, the motion handling, the contrast. It's basically like having a team of experts back there fine-tuning your TV as you're watching it.
That's crazy. So you're guaranteed to have the best possible picture.
Sony is trying to make it as realistic and immersive as possible.
I like that.
And if you're a PlayStation 5 gamer, you'll be happy to know that Sony has included some exclusive features just for you guys.
Yeah, I've heard about that. What exactly are these features and how do they make it better for gaming?
So the XR90 has something called auto HDR tone mapping and auto genre picture mode, and these work seamlessly with your PS5. So the tone mapping is going to optimize the HDR settings to make sure that you're getting the most out of your PS5's HDR output, and the genre picture mode is going to automatically switch to the ideal picture settings, whether you're playing a game or watching a movie.
Well, so you don't have to go in there and change all the settings yourself.
Exactly. It's all about making it as seamless as possible, and to top it off, you also get a bonus if you're a movie lover. The Bravia XR90 comes with the Sony Pictures Core app, which gives you credits for new releases, and it gives you a subscription to all these classic films.
Wow, that's awesome.
It's like having your own little movie studio right in your living room.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's a really cool feature, but of course, all this comes at a price.
Yeah, I was going to say.
The Sony Bravia XR90 is going to cost you $3,998.
So that's definitely an investment. But if you are someone who wants the best picture quality possible and all of those cutting edge features, it might be something worth considering.
Yeah, it really depends on what your priorities are.
All right, so we've covered 3 very different TVs at 3 very different price points.
And it's clear that each of these TVs has its own strengths and its own target audience, right? Talk picture quality. So all 3 of these TVs have 4K resolution. They use that QLED technology.
Right.
But they each kind of have a different approach to image processing and HDR.
Yeah.
So with the Hisense U7 series, it uses that mini LED Pro technology with full array local dimming
Right.
to deliver impressive contrast and HDR performance. And with 1500 nits peak brightness, it really excels at showing those bright highlights in HDR content.
And all those thousands of tiny LEDs that we talked about earlier allow for such precise control over the backlighting, so you get deeper blacks, and you don't get that halo effect that you sometimes see on other LED TVs.
Exactly. Now, the Samsung Q60D series, it takes a slightly different approach with its quantum HDR technology.
Okay.
And while it doesn't reach the same peak brightness as the Hisense, the quantum HDR really focuses on optimizing that HDR effect for each scene.
Okay.
So you get a really balanced and detailed picture with a wider range of colors.
So it's more about having nuanced HDR performance rather than just being super bright.
Precisely. And then there's the Sony Bravia XR90, which kind of takes things to a whole other level.
Okay.
It combines the mini LED backlighting with that powerful XR processor to create a truly breathtaking picture.
Yeah.
I mean, this is Sony's brightest 4K TV, and the XR processor is analyzing each scene in real time to enhance every little detail.
Wow.
So you get incredible clarity and realism.
So it sounds like Sony is really aiming for the most accurate and the most lifelike image possible, even if it comes at a higher price.
Absolutely. The Sony definitely stands out when we're just talking about pure picture quality.
Yeah.
But the Hisense and the Samsung still deliver really impressive visuals, especially when you consider how much they cost. Now let's talk about the big one, value.
Okay.
Value is always a really key consideration, especially when you're making a big investment like a new TV.
Right.
And as we know, these three TVs represent kind of a range of price points.
They do.
So starting with that Hisense U7 series at $1,297.99,
Hmm.
this seems like a really good option for people who are budget conscious,
Yeah.
but they still want a high-performance TV.
Yeah.
You get a lot of features for the price. You get the mini LED Pro technology. You get that 144 hertz refresh rate. You get the VRR support. It even has Dolby Atmos audio built in.
Yeah, that's a really great value for all those features.
Yeah, it's a really good value proposition, especially for gamers.
Right.
Now, the Samsung Q60D series sits comfortably in the mid-range at $1,597.99.
Okay.
It offers a really solid all-around package. You get Quantum HDR object tracking sound light, and it has that stylish design.
So it's a good choice for somebody who wants like a good balance between the features, the performance, and the aesthetics without spending too much money.
Exactly. And then we have the Sony Bravia XR90, which comes in at $3,998.
Wow, yeah.
So this is definitely a luxury purchase. You're paying for the absolute best picture quality and all of that cutting-edge technology that Sony has to offer.
Right.
The mini LED backlighting, the XR processor, they work together to deliver a truly stunning visual experience, and you get those PS5 specific features, which is a nice little bonus if you're a gamer.
Yeah, so ultimately value is kind of subjective.
It is.
It depends on what you're prioritizing and how much money you're willing to spend to get that like ideal viewing experience.
Exactly. There's no right or wrong answer here. It's about finding what's best for you, your needs, and your budget. So if you want the best possible picture quality and you're willing to pay for it, the Sony is the obvious choice.
Okay.
But if you're on a tighter budget, the Hisense and the Samsung offer excellent value for what they cost.
Right, and the Hisense is a particularly good choice for those gamers
Yes.
who want that high refresh rate and VRR. So there you have it.
You did it.
We've taken a deep dive
A deep dive.
into the top 3 4K QLED TVs of 2024.
We covered a lot.
Hopefully we've given you all the information you need to make a decision.
Yes, informed decision.
So think about how you're going to use your TV. What features matter most to you?
And your budget, of course.
Of course.
And don't forget to check the links in the description below for the latest prices and deals.
Yeah, you might be surprised.
You never know.
Thank you guys for joining us on this deep dive
Yes, thanks for watching.
into the world of 4K QLED TVs.
It was fun.
If you have any questions, please leave a comment below.
Yes, we love hearing from you guys.
And if you want to stay up to date on all the latest tech trends and reviews, be sure to subscribe to our channel.
We've got lots more coming your way.
Until next time, happy viewing.